everybody! So for today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. It's technically not a cricket craft. The way this started, so one thing I love about ideas is that they're constantly growing. So obviously I pre-plan my videos and I start off with a small idea, or most of the time I start off with a product and then I think about what I can do with that product. So my original plan was actually to do this letter, which I think is super cool. But after I started working on it, I realized that I wanted something a little bit more bold. So that is how I progressed onto this piece of wood. So I got these pieces of wood from my boss. They were just lying around. I asked if I could please have them. So I'm just giving it a little wipe down because it is quite dirty. This is probably not necessary, but I would just like it to be a little bit cleaner than what it is. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a photo board, and for that I'm going to need some Podge. I'm going to need one of these foam brushes, and then I've printed some photos on normal copy paper. So I've never done this before. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but let's see how it goes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out all of these photos, and then we are going to apply them. So obviously a photo board is pretty simple. You probably don't need to watch a tutorial on it, but of course I'm going to try and jazz it up for you, make it a little bit better than just a photo board. So let me get to cutting these, and then we can apply it, and then we can work on some of our accents for it. So I've cut out my photos, and the next thing we're going to do is get the placement on the board right before we stick anything. So I think I've done too many, but that leaves room to play with which ones I love best. So there's obviously some very special ones, and then there's ones that I just really loved. So as you can probably tell, we are doing a family board. Okay, now that we have them all sorted, so what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to cover the whole board first, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go picture by picture. Reason being, then I can see what needs to be placed first, what goes under something else, and all the rest of it. So I'm going to put some of my, oopsie, I almost called it gesso, Podge. I'm putting some of my Podge into a container so that I don't dirty the rest of my Podge, because as you saw, the board was quite dirty. So what we're going to do, so we're going to take this one off. Does this go over anyone? No. So we're going to put this one first. So everywhere that we put it on our board, we're going to put it in one direction. So we're going to go outwards like so, making sure that we get it everywhere, obviously. And then we're going to, apparently, so I watched this on YouTube. How funny is that? So apparently we're supposed to do the back of the sheet of paper. I don't know though. You can see my cat hair in there. Oh my goodness. And it's, oh no, it's already stuck to me. Oh no, we can't tear it. Okay, so now we're going to line this up nicely. Let's move this one out the way. Oopsie, that's not straight. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. So don't worry about the overhang. We're going to sort that out, obviously. And if you see that it's not sticking anywhere, just add some more and stick it down. Oopsie. Okay, so next we have our little photo. Let's do the bottom one first. Let's line it up again. So that's fine. And yes, we're supposed to be going one way. Oopsie, I went too far up on that one. Okay, that's fine. And there we are. Oh, this is going to be cute. This is going to be so cute. And I didn't do this with the previous one. Oopsie. Okay, then we'll start at the top again. I think I should add some small ones in here, just to sort of even it out, because as you can see, this side I've got a lot of small ones, and then this side not really. So let's see if we've got space for anything that's not going to make it look funny. Okay, let's give that 10 minutes to dry, and then we're going to put our first top coat onto that. Okay, so I've literally given it like 3 minutes to dry. One thing I did forget to mention is apparently you can only use laser paper for this. So that is something to remember. Laser printer. So let's put it in a way that's easier for me. I'm so scared I'll mess it up now. We're going to go all in one direction. Just one direction, okay? So this is going to dry clear, and what it's doing is it's giving it a protective coating. So I'm just going to get it all over, and then I'm going to go over it again to try and smooth out some of these lines. Oopsie, I think that was a bit much. Okay, that's lifting a bit. Let's press it down. This one's lifting a bit. Press it down. Press it down. Okay, wherever I'm seeing it lifting, I'm just pressing it down and then re-smoothing it. Okay, I'm going to give this some proper time to dry now. Oh, there's some air bubbles here, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, I'm going to give this some time to dry, and then I'm going to come back and give it another coat. Okay, so I've had the fan blowing on it, and most of the bubbling I can deal with, but this one I actually touched it and I've messed it up quite a bit. So what I want to do is I actually want to replace that photo without messing up my project too much. So I'm going to have to get the bubble out firstly. Oopsie. So why I think the bubbling is happening is that there's not enough, what do you call this stuff? Podge underneath. So I'm just going to get this off as much as possible. And then I'm actually just going to replace it with some other photos. Okay, that's fine like that. So this is still damp, which is why I'm able to pull it the way I did. We've got that one. Let's see what else we have that we can use. Oh, this is a beautiful one. I should have just used this one in the beginning. Okay, so we're using this one. There we are. That's beautiful. Okay, now we need to add some, well, let's let it dry a bit. Okay, but it's my first board that I've ever made, so I'm learning. Okay. Okay, so I did get some bubbling, but for a first time I don't think it's too bad. So if I press on it, it seems fine. So what I actually want to do is I want to turn it over and I want to trim this down. Oops, that one looks like a 4. Really hope not, because we're doing so well. Oh. So as you can see, these ones slightly damaged, but it's fine, everything's fine. Okay, and then we got to do the bottom ones. Oops, this one. Okay, now the bottom ones. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put our next layer. I'm not sure how many layers you're supposed to put, but I'm probably going to do about 2 or 3. I'm not sure, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just smoothing out these sides. I'm actually just going to take a bit on my fingers and just put a little bit like so, and I'm just going to smooth these edges. So we're going to do another one on the opposite direction again. Again, I don't know if I'm working too fast here. Oops, and maybe I am, because I'm getting some lifting, which we don't want. But I'm already doing it, so I have no option but to continue. Let's try to smush some out. Okay, we're going to let this dry completely, and then we're going to add our accents onto it. So what I want to do is I want to put Riley here. So let's just measure. Probably no more than about 2 centimeters high. I don't know if I want to put Riley or Love, or I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. So let's let this dry and continue with our other stuff. Okay, to get our base wood ready, we're going to be using our strong grip mat. This mat seems to be a little funky, or super strong, I'm not quite sure. Okay, and we are going to be using this side of it. So your base wood is super soft. You need to be very careful when working with it. And with us cutting such fine detail, I am a little bit scared. So you're going to roll that onto there. And then as an extra measure, you are just going to tape it down on all sides. So I'm not going to do all sides, I'm just going to do the top and the bottom. Apparently you should be using painter's tape or something, but I don't have time to be going and looking. for painter's tape right now. So you're going to make sure that your rollers are all the way to the far end of your mat. So they're going to be running down this side of your mat. I just stuck my fingers in Podge. Lovely. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. So when you see something down my nail, it's Podge. Okay, and for this we're going to need our knife blade. Is it that one? That one. Okay. Okay, we're just going to let that cut. While that's cutting, I want to show you my board so far. How beautiful does it look? So, I don't know if you can see, but all of the bubbles are gone. So, I shouldn't have rubbed them down because you can see I've lost some of my color in some places. But they're gone. The bubbles are gone, so they're completely flattened out, and I think that's really awesome. So what I want to do is I do want to add a thin gold border to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this on, so I've got some of the washi tape that I got from Craft Buddies. It is absolutely gorgeous. I hate to use it for this, but alas, I must. So I'm just going to test a small piece on the side and see if it actually tears our podge off. And it actually looks great. So let's do this. So we just want a really thin gold border. So let me try to line this up. I think the wood itself is not straight. So what's great about this washi tape, so my one at the bottom looks super skew. I'm almost sure that is skew. So what's great about the washi tape is it's not too, oopsie, it's not too strong, so it doesn't rip up your stuff. So it's a great removable tape. It's really pretty too. So for this, I want to use the foil paint that I got from Craft Buddies. So let me retrieve that. So I got some of this, I don't even know how to say it, but anyway, it's foil gold paint and I love it. I love it. It is beautiful. I don't know if I'm supposed to mix it. I think, oh, I am. I'm definitely supposed to mix it. Oh gosh. Making a mess. Okay, so now I'm just going to very carefully paint my edges here. How pretty is this paint? So I don't know if I should do another coat. Honestly, not bad going for a first timer, I would say. I've never ever done something like this before, so I'm pretty stoked. So I'm going to close that up and I'm going to go and wash my brush because I keep messing up my brushes. I think I should take our washi off. Let's have a look, see. The wood's so skew, so it's just like completely messed up what I was trying to do. So I've just got a wet earbud and I'm just trying to clean up some of my little splotches here. Oh, and I'm making it so skew. So I do plan on having the name here. I'm not sure yet. I think it's real cute though. I think it's really cute. So you're seeing a lot of lines because the light is shining directly on it, the ring light. When I do take the photo of it, it's going to look so much better. Oh, I'm in love with it. I think it is beautiful. So I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to let our machine continue cutting. So we are only currently on pass 2. So that's fun. Once we're done, then we will paint our words, stick them on, and our project will be done. Okay, so I stopped on 8 passes. As you can see, I tested one of the hearts and it's come out. I'm really worried about that tiny font, but if that doesn't work, at least we've got that. I might need to calibrate my knife blade because I can see in some places it's not entirely matching up. So what we're going to do is we're actually peeling that away, the mat away from, oh, there's our little hearts. I love them, they're so cute. So I've got my little hearts. Let's close up our mat. Okay, now comes the difficult part, getting all of this out without actually breaking anything. So don't be scared to use your knife. If you can see that there's spots that haven't entirely cut through, or haven't matched up, should I say, that's where your knife will come into play. So I do want to try this one because this is the one that I want. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it from the back. Or we can do it from the front. I'm so scared I'll break it. I have broken one before. Remembering they are very fragile. Yep, this one's breaking already. Ow, I just stabbed myself in the finger. Oh, that's not gonna work. Actually, it might. Let's just see how badly we break it. Yeah, super fragile. Yeah, so this one's broken quite a lot. I don't know if it's worthwhile trying to save it. I was really hoping for the thin flowy font. Yeah, okay, so we're going with our bigger font. So if it had only broken in like 1 or 2 places, what I would have done is I would have just glued it. But with it breaking in so many places, I don't know if it's worth my time, to be honest. Oh, and I'm breaking this one too now. Great. Okay, so we just got to be super careful. So we're just going to clean these up. As you can see, I think my knife blade definitely needs some calibration. It's just not matching up entirely. Where's our teeny tiny heart? There it is. Almost threw it away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint these. So I'm going to be using my foil paint again. So for this, we're actually going to use some of our Prit wood and craft glue. I actually want to use this one, the Panel. I find it to be stronger. I just don't have any left, to be honest. So let's figure out what we're doing here. Oopsie. Okay, for this I'm going to use my tweezers. Glue left in here. Oh my goodness, we do. Okay, we're using it in here, so we don't want too much, obvious. Oops, sorry. And there we have our photo board, and I absolutely love it. It's not perfect by any means, but for a first time, I don't think I did too badly. And I think something that's crazy is my whole life I wanted to do decoupage, and I just never have. I think I've always been scared of it, I'm not sure. But now that I've done it, I think I'm just gonna like do it all the time. I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope that this video, let me just fix this up. I hope that this video will inspire you to get started on something that you've been putting off, something that you've been scared to do, because this was really simple. So I know the video seems like it was spread out, but I actually did this in one day, all of it. So the drying time is not too bad. I made a couple mistakes along the way, but I really enjoyed myself. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me again soon.